So, sketching it out. Now that you understand more about the displaying property and the box model, we can delve into the details of how each individual box behaves. Check out the diagram in the result tab is the one from the first exercise in this lesson. As you can see, each box is made of layers, from the outermost to the innermost. The margin is the space around the element. The larger the margin, the more space between our element and the elements around it. We can adjust the margin to move our HTML elements closer to or farther from each other. The border is the edge of the element. It's what we've been making visible every time we set the border property. The padding is the spacing between the content and the border. We can just adjust this value with CSS to move the border closer to or farther from the content. The content is the actual stuff in the box. If we're talking about a P element, the stuff is the text of the paragraph. You'll see abbreviations like TM, TB, or and TP in the diagram. These stands for top margin, top border, top padding. As you can see, we'll adjust the top, right, left, and bottom padding, border, and margin individually. Instructions. Okay, study the diagram. Okay, so margin, transparent, border, around, padding, between the border and the content. Okay. Margin. Let's start with our margins. Adjusting our margins not only moves our element relative to our elements on the page, but also relative to the walls of the HTML document. For instance, if we take an HTML element with a specific width, such as a div in the editor, and sets its margin to auto, this tells the document to automatically put equal left and right margins on our element, centering on the page. So since I did that, yeah, like right here. If I reset code, it's gone, and then like that, but yeah. Margin top left, bottom left. If you want to specify a particular margin, you can do it like this. You can also set an element's margins all at once. You can just start from the top margin and go around clockwise, going from the top to right to bottom to left. For instance, blah, blah, blah. We'll set a top margin of 1 pixel, a right margin of 2, to a bottom of 3, and the left of 4. Remove our tab. Okay, so yeah, that's what I did. Remove the auto, and then you do this. If I reset that, then it will be like this. But borders. Well done. You can see how fine-tuning your margins will help you place elements where you like them to be on the page. We've never worked with borders before. Well, actually we have, but it never hurts to have extra practice. So make your div. We've worked. Yeah, sorry. I think it said we've never. Change your div's border to 4 pixels. Okay, since I already did that, if I undo that, then it'll be like that. But look at the border. So some code, start next lesson. Padding. Let's adjust the padding. But remember, the padding is the space between your border and the innermost layer, the actual content. Padding can be set in 2 ways, just like your margins. You can either select them individually like this, or select them in all-in-one declaration like this. You should also know that if you want your padding to be the same size on all 4 sides, you can declare that value only once. Padding will give you your HTML element 10 pixels of padding on all sides. Go ahead. Okay, since I did that, yeah, 40 pixels. If I don't do that, yeah. Negative values. You see that the div got huge. That's because the background color is the same for the content and the padding. When you give CSS a positive padding or margin value, it puts that space between the element and its reference. For instance, if you have a div and you give it a margin left of 20 pixels, it puts 20 pixels between the left margin of that div and the side of the screen. This effectively moves the div 20 pixels to the right. If you want to move an element in the other direction, you give the CSS a negative value. Margin left negative 20 pixels will move the element 20 pixels to the left, which is technically the opposite. Negative values are the opposite of the positive. So since I did that, like reset code, it's like that, but 20 pixels. Yeah. Same as Mikos. Review. Cool, right? You can move HTML elements clear off the page with negative margin values. Time for a quick review to make sure you've got a handle on all this padding, margin and padding stuff. We put a div. Okay, cool. Give a yeah. So since that, give a div a border of 1 pixel solid black. give it a background color of hashtag CC0000. Set its top margin to 10 pixels, right margin to 5 pixels, its bottom margin to 5 pixels, and its left margin to 50 pixels. Set its top padding to 0 pixels, its right padding to 30 pixels, its bottom padding to 0 pixels, and its left padding to 10 pixels. And since I did all that, this is what you come up with. Just a line. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, please like. Thank you so much for watching this video, and bye-bye.